Morning. We're into the last few days of April. I hope your weather's better than ours. When I left home this morning, it was -2. Everything was covered in ice. I'm on my way down to Yorkshire this morning. We're going to pick up some nuts to take back for the queen rearing parry that we're setting up in Corsock. We're going to bring back about 10 nuts, that's all. And we're going to leave the rest down there because the rape's just about coming out. And since we're running so far behind with the late spring this year, they're going to need those extra weeks to build up more. We normally bring them up a lot sooner than we do this year, but that's life, unfortunately. The bee inspectors were out yesterday, so we're all good to go to move these bees up back to Scotland. But on our way down, we're going to call in at Arbella because it's free coffee, and my flask is nearly empty this morning. So we're going to call in there. We'll have a quick walk around while we're down there. Well, this time last year when I was driving down here, down the A1, all the rape was out in the fields. It was in full bloom and you got that lovely smell coming into the car with that rape. And today there's just a yellow tinge in most of the fields. One field I'm just passing down, it's out a little bit more, but it's not fully out yet. It's grey, it's drizzling, it's 8 degrees, it's not nice at all.
Oh, no, I really enjoy making frames. Yeah. I think making frames is the best job in the world. Yeah. Don't you like making frames, Nigel? Yeah, right. Yeah, we love making frames.
Well, I'm on my way home now. The temperature's down to about 5 degrees where we are now, and we're on our way back to, well, I'm on my way back to the A1. Been around a lot of bees, got some nuts, not as many as I wanted to pick up today. But one thing I will say about all the bees, we've been up around Thirsk and Flamborough, Bridlington, around that area, and one thing I will say about the bees so far this year, they think it's January. I'd say they're about 80% of the strength that they normally are at this time of the year. I've just pulled up next to an oilseed rape field, and I've got to be honest, it's not that great, but it's the best I've seen. I'd say it's about 80% of the way there, but it's cold, and even if it's giving out lots and lots of nectar and lots of pollen, there's no way the bees can make any use of it whatsoever. So I think the bees in general are really going to struggle unless the weather turns around next week. And looking at the weather forecast for the next 10 days, I can't really see it. Maybe those down south and further down the country might do okay. But as far as the areas where my bees are, and especially up in Scotland, they're so far behind, and we're really going to struggle to get the nuts out this year. And that's the oilseed rape field, and as I say, it's 90% of the way there, but there's no way the bees can actually get out and make any use of it, not in this weather. And looking at the 10-day forecast for this area and up in Scotland, they've got no chance on the bees, unfortunately. Well, it's 8 o'clock and I'm calling it quits. I've been out since 5:30 this morning. We started today off -2, scraping the ice off the car. We're finishing it cold and damp tonight, and I'm back in Scotland now. It's been a very, very depressing day. Losses are a lot worse than I initially thought. It has jumped up a fair bit, and a lot of the colonies are a lot weaker than I hoped they would be. The bees think it's January still, so nooks are going to be even more delayed than I thought this year. I think we're going to be creeping into July supplying nooks, and I've never gone past the second week of June supplying nooks before. But this year is one of those years. It's been a long drawn out spring, well, winter into spring, and it's still wet and it's still cold, and we're literally in the last few days of April now, and normally we're supplying nooks already.